Hey everybody, Talk to Me Goose here, coming at you with another tank review. We're going to talk about GSOR the Tank, the brand new tank that Wargaming is giving out to players for free. How is it going to play? How do the stats look like? All the wonderful things that it's taking a look at. So what we're going to do is let's take a quick glance at average damage. All right, so we have another tank, average damage 390, pen 268, rate of fire 5 rounds, 1950 damage per minute, gun load 12 seconds, aim time 2.5. Okay, so what are the big things we want to look at here? Big things are the traverse. The traverse is awful. So when you see these kind of numbers with the 0.2, you're wanting to take vert stabs. So definitely take vertical stabilizers on this tank. It will help you out way more than IAU because the dispersion, once you put all the dispersion stuff on it, with the food and the butters and arms, things like that, the dispersion isn't going to be too bad on this tank. You're going to want to run vertical stabilizers. So let's take a look. We got damage to modules 150, so that's quite low. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage to modules, so you're going to not see a whole lot of crit hits, destroying ammo racks on fires, things like that, like you do with the XM. Shout out to the XM. I've been really loving that tank. Hit points 1700. That's pretty standard for a tier 9 medium. Hull and turret armor are very lackluster. So you're not going to want to peek for too long. The beauty is the 11 degrees of gun depression. That is going to be awesome. That is very nice to see. The 11 degrees. We got the weight, power to weight ratio 17, top speed 40. She's not going to be quick. That's my guess so far. I haven't played it yet. We're going to have a gameplay here in just a moment with it. So we'll take a look. Top speed 40, backup is 17, traverse 36, 30 for gun, resistances for ground resistances. Take a look at that. Turbo might be an option. We might want to take a turbo on this tank. We will see. The gun depression, like I said, 11 degrees is huge. The elevation, though, 10. That's you're not going to be shooting up at the lighthouse. Let's put it that way. 25 degrees speed. None of this matters. Traverse, it basically goes all the way around. View range 390. This is nice. This is nice. That means this tank will be able to see things for a long distance, which is handy. Stationary concealment, 12.2, not great, but we might be able to make that work. Fire chance 20%, ammo capacity 50. So all of that is in here on skills page. Do recommend going and checking that out if you ever have questions about dispersion values, things like that, traverse values. Go check it out. It's a great place to go. Patton the Tank. What do we think about the armor? This is what we think about the armor right here. None. It has no armor. You can shoot this thing basically from any angle you want and penetrate it. Side scraping, maybe if you're super lucky, you might get a bounce. But overall, this tank is just a absolute pincushion. You will shoot it. It will get destroyed pretty much anywhere from most angles. Do not expect to bounce anything, even with your gun depression. You can see the turret. When you're using your gun depression, you can even pen the top of the turret as it aims down. So it is definitely 100% not a tank that you're going to want to use and count on its armor at all. So just keep that in mind when you're going to use the gun depression or peek over hills, that your turret is not strong and will get penned. So just keep that in mind. All right. Now, let's take a look. How did I set this tank up? In the game, for our game 1, we're going to set it up with Brothers in Arms, recon, repairs, concealment, emergency, and practicality, with situational awareness, side-by-side firefighting. And then I went Brothers in Arms again, obviously, repairs, camo, snapshot, quick aiming, and armorer. I went with safe stowage, intuition, ammo tuning, and then Brothers in Arms, repairs, concealment, off-road driving, smooth ride, and clutch braking for my perks. So what does that do for my tank? Along with the rammer, the coated optics, and the V-stab, like I said, I might be swapping out potentially either the optics for a turbo. We'll see how the tank plays in our first battle, and we'll try it out with both and see how it feels. We also have ammo. I went with 32-13-5. We got a beautiful, nice standard round, APCR 268, pretty standard. We also have this. This is the Hesh round, the 210 Hesh round. 210 average penetration, but 480 damage, which is really nice. And then you have 480 at 105. So, I mean, this is a nice Hest. If you can get the side of a tank, you're going to do some damage. Next, we have up here 17. We looked at all this already. So with all of the perks that we've changed, we now have the Alpha 395, the average pen now at 271 instead of 268, and the gun load time now down from 12.5 to 9.43, which is great. 2.17 aim time, and the 0.31 dispersion. 0.31 is not bad at all. That is a very okay, decent dispersion. And we moved the DPM from 1900 to 2514. And then when we go scroll down here, we take a look. What have we done with the concealment? By putting the camo crew on there with the camo, we got 26.5. Not great, but the view range with this setup is 494. So you might want to run two setups. You might want to run a second setup that's rammer, V-stab, and turbo for like city maps where vision isn't going to be as much of a key, and running a coated optics when you run maps like Malinovka or Proc, Redshire, things like that. You might want to run a spotting setup like that a little bit better to help out with those types of maps. So let's jump into it. Let's play a battle, see how it goes. Here we go. On paper, it looks okay, but the armor is rough. The armor is rough. You're not going to want to get spotted. All right. First game. What do we got for a matchup? We got GSOR the Tank. We got a TH. We got a DZT, K91 PT Tortoise, Selma. Okay. And then Contradictus and a bunch of Borats. So the beauty of that is this tank will chew Borats, I believe, with that Hesh round. So let's take a look. Borat deleted. Okay, Tortoise, Contradictus, Borat are on the bottom, Selma's in the middle. It feels very sluggish. So the tank feels very, very slow. I would probably definitely opt in for turbo. Yeah, that 509 is nice. Borat must have been blind. DZT's over here. Switching to APCR. All right. Let's go behind the mountain now. Remember, remember what we said, literally I said, right? Look at the elevation. Like hitting up there is not happening. Trying to get this T-34 to come with me. He's going to kill himself, I guess. Drive off the cliff. And he did. Awesome. Love seeing that. That'll be a fun thing for people on YouTube to comment about. (7-2). Shrek. The only thing not spotted is the Shrek, and he's probably back there. Switch back to APCR because we're going to fight the T-63 now. Type 63. Spotted the Shrek. Let's get behind this house. Got him. Switch back to... Oh, I think I definitely hit him hard. Okay. Take the spotting. GG. All right. First game. Outcome. We are going to check to see. I think we got a blind shot, but 2,300 damage, 3 kills, 810 assist spotting. Not a bad first game in the GSOR the Tank. We'll take a look. Hopefully we hit that spotting. If we hit that blind shot, then we're going to do very well with it. Be close to a 3K game. All right. Let's go. 2,815 and 1,077 spotting. Number 1 in XP, number 1 in damage, 2.5 up on the mark. Very first battle in this tank. Overall, not too bad actually. I'm kind of surprised that it went as well as that did, but overall, okay. Felt sluggish, slow. By no means am I saying this is a good tank, but in proper situations, you'll probably be able to make it work. Let's continue on. Let's do one more battle. Let's try it a little differently. Let's swap out the coated and let's put on a turbo. And that takes our vision from 95 to 39. So that's kind of a big difference. Let's try it out. I'd really like to get a map like Red Shire, or I'd like to get a map. Might be able to make this actually be good. I want something where I can go hull down. Already feels better with the turbo. Speed-wise and movement speed-wise, the 45 is nice, 46. It feels much more nimble already. Gonzvika's coming up here. Same with the WZ-120. Gonzvika's got pretty good armor, so I'm not going to switch to a Hesh round in this case. I'm going to keep my APCR. I don't want to push around because that Gonzvika might be coming up. The Renegade goes, though, I might as well go with him. He's going to probably rocket booster away. Nice. Put him into a crossfire. I should be careful of the Skoda. Borat's up there too, so. Back up on the Skoda with the DZT. Nice. Yeah, the Borat's over there. Gun spotted, and go help our team with this Gunsvika. Got his side, so let's do Hesh. That extra 500 is finished. Switch out of Hesh. Oh. Go back to base. Yeah, they're going to cap. DZT's now fighting the Coons. Got him. Let's go. Yeah, baby, let's go. We ignored the DZT and didn't turn to fight him because we needed to save the cap. Got a lucky bounce on that even 90. And the Borat tried to aim his shot. Bending the tortoise is going to be kind of a pain. Nice, GG. I'll take it. Not bad at all. We had a wonderful, wonderful game in that. Played very well. So 2,600 damage, 1,100 assist again, some block damage, helped win the game. So far, I don't mind this tank. I feel against heavily armored things, you might struggle. Like in tier 10 game, I feel this tank might be a little bit rough around the edges to play. But overall, so far, not bad. I'd give it like a 2-3 rating. But yeah, overall, not another terrible game. So yeah, that's the GSOR the Tank. Let me know what you guys think below. Like I said, the armor is something that we didn't really have a chance to see very well. I don't think in a brawling situation, this tank will do very well. It's kind of going to be like your mid-range kind of fighter. is going to be my guess. Mid-range, and then if you happen to have to get into a close range situation, just trying to use your Hesh rounds to hit those weak spots. But overall, it's an okay tank, I'd say. It feels like a tank that needs a fourth piece of equipment. Is kind of how it feels right now. But hopefully you like the tank review. Hopefully you like what you saw. Versus tier 10 tanks, this tank will struggle. So there's that. Everyone, I want to say thank you very much for watching my tank review. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you saw some gameplay, some things that you might do with the tank that are a little bit different. The turbo did feel a lot nicer. Cheers. Good vibes. Until the next one. Catch you on the flip. Bye.